What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Fantasy Scholars. Today I'm going to go over 5 tips when drafting a team in 2021. Tip number 1, let your sleepers sleep. You guys, this is really important in auction leagues. Don't nominate your sleepers early. Just wait as long as you can until they're nominated by someone else, or you're like, 5 picks left. I'm going to nominate this player, get him for a reduced price. Just let them sleep. For draft leagues, it is different because someone may just take that player early, and you're kind of like, when do I take this player? Look at their average draft position and shoot for around there. Up next is middle infield is fairly deep this season, and first base is quite shallow. Don't freak out if you don't get Tatis, Lindor, Seager, all these top guys, because there are plenty of options for shortstop. Second base is a bit more shallow, but it's still really promising this season. On the flip side of that, first base is very shallow. Like, it's kind of scary. Like, once you get outside the top 15, top 12, it gets really dicey for first base. So, kind of jump on a first baseman at a decent round where you're like, okay, there are still a lot of solid guys. I'm going to get one of these guys. Up next, we have create a cheat sheet / list. I do this every season where I go from position to position and I write down like 5 to 7 players for per position that I like. So in like a yellow Sharpie, you can highlight them and say, okay, I really like this player, but if I don't get this player, I still have several options to look at. Do this for each position. It will really help you out, and you'll feel organized and not freak out when you're like, 2 of these players went. Where do I go for this position? So you're just more prepared and have those backup players. Up next, don't overreact from 2020 performances. Now, this works both ways. If a player like Christian Yelich, who has a really good track record, had a down season, don't overreact and be like, they're not going to be good this year and yada, yada, yada. They will likely bounce back in a normal 162 season. On the flip side of that, I've been saying flip side all day. Don't overreact if a player with a weak track record had a monster 2020 season. So kind of look at that and be like, okay, if this player was really good last year but has not really been consistently good, and they're like kind of an older player, or they just don't have a lot of potential, don't really reach for that player. Kind of be cautious of that. And lastly, draft players to fill each position. This is crucial for beginners. A lot of guys are going to be like, okay, there are 3 awesome third basemen here, and I want to grab all of them. No, you got to make sure you get each position filled out, because you don't want to have 3 third basemen unless you're like, okay, I'm going to trade them. And a lot of people don't trade all the time right off the bat. So really try to look at each position and say, hey, I want to get this player, I want to get this player, and round out your team. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys next time.